For years, fans of Left 4 Dead have been waiting for a real successor, and I think we might finally have one. Hi everyone, this is Lad here, and just as the title says, you're looking at the next biggest Left 4 Dead successor. This one is pretty stacked. The name is super silly. I mean, you have John Carpenter's Toxic Commando is a really weird name, but trust me on this, this is the next Left 4 Dead successor. This is also World War Z's successors. They're made by Saber Interactive. So if you haven't heard of it or seen it, World War Z is a 4-player co-op zombie over-the-shoulder third-person shooter game. And it's really known for these high dense zombie hordes. That was honestly just a really fun zombie game, but it wasn't Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead is also a 4-player zombie game that kind of set the standard for co-op zombies. There was so much love and care into it, and Valve never made a third one. I mean, even making number 2, they got a lot of hate for it, and then it came out. Now it's a cult classic, but people always wanted something new, and that's where Back 4 Blood was supposed to fill the void. Sadly, Turtle Rock Studios is just a skeleton crew. It has like 3 or 4 people from the original team, but they advertised it as like the creators of Left 4 Dead. And obviously Back 4 Blood flopped. Like, that thing was straight up in the garbage. It goes on sale for like 90% now. But hey, this video is about John Carpenter, and honestly, why you guys should get it. It's advertises an intense FPS action. It is that 4-player standard co-op zombie experience, but it is so elevated. It's just so much fun. I'm gonna play some clips here, just some fun moments, just so you guys can see. I gotta know what's in it. Toxic Commando.
Number 1 rule.
You'll never know.
Light 'em up, Jason.
Where do we start again? Oh yeah, right. We must
Wait,
defend.
who started that?
Me.
Dude, what the heck? I'm getting loot! I'm getting loot!
Run, Jason. Run!
Jason, press D.
Oh, the jingle, brother, jingle.
No, dude. Jason, activate your special.
Oh yeah.
Press B, shoot. Giant. Blast him.
Yeah, brother.
What's on blast? Where's the gorilla?
Don't worry, I'll full-time blast.
Dude, I don't. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help.
He's stronger than the photon blast.
Yeah, there's a lot of zombies, man. Dude, I need more bullets in this gun, man. There's so many of them. Jesus, there's too mmany.
30 bullets in
No!
the magazine is not.
There's someone get in the car. Oh! Oh! Anyone got that EMP blast? Yo, who's in the car?
He survived.
Now, similar to like Left 4 Dead, it's has these 4 players, and you know, Left 4 Dead it's pretty much just cosmetic. You do get dialogue options with certain characters, and they have it here, but just like the title of John Carpenter's Toxic Commando, it doesn't take itself very seriously. This is like a B action movie plot. So it's goofy being a Toxic Commando. Well, what it means, I'm going to show you guys because it elevates into the gameplay itself. You have this swarm of monsters. So these swarms are way bigger than Left 4 Dead swarms. They're basically taking World War Z swarms and then smashing Left 4 Dead into it. I'm also going to show you, but like my friends had a blast playing this. We played the demo. The game's actually going to come out today, probably when this video releases, and it's going to have there's actually quite a bit of content coming in. It's going around $40 for standard edition. The $50 version only gives you the first 2 DLCs, which are entirely cosmetic, but like, can you imagine Left 4 Dead with cars or like special abilities? Because that was something that you didn't really had. And you know, it sounds silly to add that, but it makes it really fun, and it adds like gives more creative freedom for Saber Interactive to do certain things. Like you can have an ambulance, and then it can emit a healing aura, and then each car has like different turrets that you can man, and you can stick your head out of the window and then start blasting zombies left and right, and you're constantly getting surrounded on the higher difficulties. I mean, just imagine like zombies stretching like across the map. That is something, you know, you're not going to get in Left 4 Dead, but that is something that only Saber Interactive can do with this new game. The gunplay, pretty solid. I like the sound of the guns. The reload is satisfying. There's a lot of replayability here, because they have like some sort of currency system and leveling with the classes. That was something where Left 4 Dead didn't have. You only had like this standard progression. Back 4 Blood did try to add that with like cards and leveling. But honestly, let me just play this clip from my friend because he said it the best on what this game feels like.
Carpenter feels like what Back 4 Blood was meant to be
Was meant
if
to
it were
be.
actually good. Yeah. Back 4 Blood if it was good. That's what this game feels like.
Now, if you're coming to the video here, you're probably wondering, well, yeah, sure, it is a Left 4 Dead successor. Like, this is the next Left 4 Dead successor, but how? It's the latest co-op zombie game. You're fighting hordes of zombies that you have never seen, like volume, literally World War Z type zombies where they're climbing on top of each other. You're also having the same, they have these segments where you defend a point that was iconic in World War Z, and they're bringing it back here where you have these defensive points. The only way to get the defenses active is if you get spare parts. Now, these spare parts are things that you have to look around in the map. So there's a large map in a majority of these missions. Sadly, I've only played the first 2. So I highly recommend you guys check out the demo. The demo allows you to play with, you know, up to 4 people. It doesn't hold anything back just besides the missions, I think. I'm not sure if they're hiding any weapons, but there's a pretty extensive list of weapons, and you can kind of select any primary. Now, the caveat is that you need to level these weapons. At their base level, they are a bit weak if you're playing on higher difficulties, but that's why you kind of got to start with story mode. Even on normal, it gets really hard. Like, I got my friends and I'm gonna show you, but we get demolished on the first base mission on normal. I need a photon blast the orangutan.
Dude, hold on. I want to save the bomb.
He's still orangutan. He's still alive.
Guys, you gotta save.
Are you dead?
I'm down. Defense thing.
Oh, dude. That was joke.
That was normal?
That was normal, yeah.
Does the game get difficult with the more people you have, bro?
I don't know. Dude, the last time you and I did this, we almost lost.
No, I know it was hard, but like we were not even close. Bro. Like, I
Yeah. So yeah, this game definitely is gonna have take some skill to it, but you have these like 4 classes that are unique to this game. There's something that they also did in World War Z. They had a class system, so they brought it over here, and these abilities are so fun. My friends love using the striker class, which we call it the photon blast, and it's basically the Iron Man pulse blaster on his arm, because
it's your blaster, bro. You'll see when you use it.
Yeah. There's these like 4 mercenaries. They they have special abilities because they're like partially infected. But yeah, let's break it down. So we have the story mode, which is pretty cheesy, but it's silly fun. You can't treat the game seriously. It's not taking itself seriously. You got like a Kill Bill grandpa scientist with a katana on the loading screen. You got like literally the main characters calling themselves Toxic Commando and like a goofy voice. So it's like that scenic action movie that you're in that's just corny and cheesy, and you get some good bloody fun out of it. I mean, you driving cars, smashing zombies, you're sticking your head out, throwing grenades, and shooting any gun you have. It's the pretty like standard like primary, secondary melee. The melee is actually pretty good too because I'm not sure on the harder difficulties, but when you run out of bullets, you gotta melee the horde sometimes because they are not gonna get off of you. There's just so many zombies, and it's just hard to cleave through it sometimes, but it feels great playing with your friends and exploring that part of the game. You can even see on the Steam page how crazy the hordes can get from some of the trailer videos. My video does have a dense horde, but this is on normal difficulty. They have 4, which is story, normal, hard, and then a 4th one. Usually with Saber Interactive, they might even add a 5th difficulty. And how do they incentivize you from doing harder ones is there's resources tied to kind of like imagine your RPG game where you need to do harder difficulties to really max out your weapons. Is it necessary? No, but if you want to be as strong as you possibly can, you should do the harder difficulties, and usually they do a great job at making you come back and play this. Now, the thing with Left 4 Dead was that no matter how many times you replay something, you kind of start in the same position. So this takes that like similar roguelike element where you can kind of go into a mission with different loadouts, different classes. And when you level up a class, I'm going to show you the skill tree, but you can reset your skill tree because at certain points of your levels, you can actually change your gameplay. Like there's a healing zone. You can have a small healing zone or a much bigger one, or you can have a deployment healing zone. And like same thing with like the photon blast, you can actually change the blaster into how it works. You can have it delayed. You can have it shoot larger ones. You can make it last even longer at the cost of damage. It's so variable, and I think that player agency is great. Now, another thing that's different is that you kind of have this bit of an open world element. Like I mentioned before, you have these like different cars, and these different cars have special abilities. Like the Humvee has has like a turret on top and then emits an EMP. All cars have like a winch on it because there's certain objects you need to winch. And it's pretty cool because it helps you get loot and it's important.
Too steep. Use the winch on that pipe.
The winch.
The winch, dude. The winch.
Because if you go into a zone without any defense equipment, I'm going to show you here, it's the main reason we lost on normal difficulty. And we're, my friends and I are just like, why is it so hard? Well, it's because we didn't even prepare for it properly. And then we play a second mission, and the second mission in the demo, it's just so much easier handling the horde, and it's so cool seeing you set up because like the motor strikes are decimating the hordes. The zombies are getting blocked by the barbed wire, which is something that was super useful in the base World War Z. But I really hope this game does well. I mean, there's just so much to the game that I'm not even being able to fit here, but I mean, look at the weapon variety they have here. There's like so many different types of weapons, and it's just like goofy fun with your friends.
Yeah, truly, bro. Truly.
What's that?
Yeah, that's the sound. No, it's the monkey. Oh no, he's gone.
The John Carpenter jingle, bro.
Honestly, can't recommend it enough. They do have these like crazy monkey, gorilla, orangutan monsters. Like, you got this guy that literally is like the Beast Titan, and he destroys me. And there's also like friendly fire in this game. So friendly fire is not too bad now, but it definitely gets a lot worse later on harder difficulties. That was the same thing with World War Z. But what can I say to expect besides, if you're not sold on the class system and having these abilities where you do have to be strategic, like you have a healer, you have a defender, you have the striker, which can destroy hordes. If you're not sold on that, or even like the weapon diversity where you can also have like a special type of weapon, like a heavy machine gun to help you out, or, a grenade launcher, melees, different types of melee weapons, or even like the fun missions that you're gonna go on. I mean, if you look at the trailers, if those don't sell you on it, as I mentioned earlier, there's a demo. You get to try the game for free with your friend. If it's fun, I think it's worth a try. I think it's just like that game you can pick up and then put back down whenever, and it's gonna pop up in your head because it's a little addicting. So my friends are definitely going to be hopping on this. We want to try using a truck and just ramming some zombies. I had a blast playing it, so I think it's really fun. And the demo's free. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. This is John Carpenter, Toxic Commando. This game is the next Left 4 Dead like game, and it is going to be done justice. I truly trust the World War Z devs. They're going to add a ton of content. I really hope they go past the first two, add more guns, maybe add a fifth class. That's what they did with World War Z. They added more classes, added a prestige system. They, really went all out on making it more in depth. And I see them doing it for this as long as it does pretty decent. So, don't let the name get to you, because my friends, we clown on the name the whole time, but it's honestly a great game, and I hope to see you guys soon. Thank you guys for watching. Damn it! No, it's actually the gorilla.
Big guy.
Eat this. There's no bullets in this thing. Who used it all?
Yeah, bro.
I used it all. I need more ammo.